Yeah, good Sunday, YouTube. What's up? Now, I identify as a retired truck driver, just trying to make it today. You know, you got to start trying to fit in with these days. You know, you got to have the grills, you got to do all this, and you got to be a lunatic that identifies as a dog or a cat, or a they or them, or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just trying to make it. Well, Trump's doing a good job, as far as my opinion goes. So, I mean, granted, there's some things I wish would change, but, you know, it is what it is. It's gotta get worse before it gets better. See, everybody wants everything now. See, they're living in this gratitude, boom, you know, you gotta have it now thing.
Instant gratification.
Do what?
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. See, I got my brains back here. So actuality, good thing I got her around for 10 years. I've got her and I love her, by the way. But yeah, no, instant gratification. Boom, gotta have it. Well, they think that everything's going to change and Trump's going to be all hunky-dory and whoop-de-doo. And it's all going to be, everything's free and they want everything free. They want the stimulus check, and all, which I want the check, I'll be honest with you. I want the check big time. So now, since I identify as one of the millennial cool kid rapper wannabes, you know, when I'm on here, I'm gonna try. I can't rap with a darn, you know. If I was Tom McDonald or somebody like that, you know, I would try, but I ain't gonna try. I ain't gonna hurt your ears. But anyways, yo, you got these liberals too busy. They're the ones hurting your ears. They're rolling on the ground, kicking, screaming like little 4-year-olds. You know, so. Good Lord, man, you got these people out protesting, don't even know what they're protesting about. Well, God dog, man. Well, see here, man. You got all these people that are being exposed, like Nancy Pelosi and all these Democrats, Joe Biden using the auto pen. And I mean, some of this stuff I'm saying is old news, but hey, that's all right. I'm trying to keep up with it. I can't. Trump said you're going to be winning. You're going to be winning so much, you ain't going to know what to do. Well, God dog it. What are we doing? We're winning. England bowed out to all these countries that said, hey, I don't want to mess with this tariff idea because they've been backing off the tariff. China's the only dumb shit that ain't. But everybody wants to, these liberals or these racist blacks on here are supporting these criminals that want to put them on the plantations. You know, Joe Biden himself actually said, I want to put you back in chains. You know, he has said all kinds of racist stuff, but they still support him. I don't understand that. Why? Why would you support Planned Parenthood when it was set up and designed by the KKK? Oh, they're being defunded, by the way. Trump said, gone. USAID, Act Blue, and all these other slush funds are being deported. Or they're being deported, being defunded. But the illegals are being deported, and oh yeah, by the way, that American that they're talking about that got deported, no, he was an MS-13 gang member. So actually, he deserved to be deported because he was a gang member. I'm sorry if you're a gang member. I don't care if you're an American gang member or a illegal criminal gang member. You need to be deported. Bye. See you. You support Israel, Palestine, or support whoever, Mexico, Palestine, whoever. I don't care. You need to go. Go. We don't want you here. Go fight for Palestine. Go fight for Ukraine. We don't care if you fight for them. Go for it. You want to have fun doing it? You want to go to Dubai where that one young woman was found dead recently. She was a model from Ukraine, I think it was. But she was found dead in Dubai. Dubai is an Islamic Muslim-run country. Women don't have rights over here. You talk about women not having rights here in America. Well, try to go to Islam countries or Muslim countries. You talk about not having rights, human rights. You got to wear a burqa. You got to wear a hijab or whatever you call it. So actuality, now you're sitting here talking to these women, and they say, "Well, we won't have the rights to vote." Well, actually, it's funny because if you go over to any other country that's being overrun by Islam and Muslim, you ain't going to have the rights to drive, let alone vote, or even say a word. You don't have freedom of speech. Women are disrespected. Trust me. So actuality, if you're crying about all this bullshit, and you're trying to live a fake lifestyle saying they, them, and I identify as whatever, as a freaking pin. I mean, good Lord. Who knows what you identify as tomorrow, man? I'm telling you, if you live by these lunatics' rules, then you need to go somewhere where you can live in these lunatic rules. I know a lot of other countries ain't gonna put up with your BS. They ain't gonna do it. You wanna go to England, go to wherever, as an influencer, leaving on a plane, filming yourself, and acting all depressed. Oh, well, bye, Felicia. Bye, bitch. Go for it. I don't care. You think we care? No, we don't care. Only thing we care about our constitutional freedom and God, country, constitutional freedom. That's what we believe in. I'm telling you, we don't care about your feelings. Your feelings can go. Bye, see you. And as for all this fake influencer crap, we don't care about your influence crap that you're getting paid by George Soros or some billionaire, Gates or somebody else, that you're getting all that money. It's funny how that money can be taken away from you in a split second. You doing all these street takeovers, well, you could lose your freedom, your life, and your money, and your cars if you're doing street takeovers. To actuality, you're just showing the world how stupid you actually are. And it's actually funny how the black community just showed their ass supporting a criminal, a murderer, and raised $300,000 for a kid that stabbed another kid, and then tried to claim that he was doing it in self-defense. He didn't do it in self-defense. There's no way. Not one way possible, no. Because he went down for 35. So now you're going to tell me that all these P. Diddy and all these other people that have these grills in their mouth and they're putting out pretty words and pretty sayings and chants, these witchcraft chants on your crazy dumbass, and you're repeating those chants and you're putting yourself in hell. I'm telling you what, you need to wake up, because they're telling you right on the stage, y'all going to hell with me. See, that's funny, because the Island Boys and all these people trying to mimic the Island Boys, these poor boys that are buying these fake gold chains and the fake grills, and I'm telling you what, they just making themselves known to be stupid. And then they're walking around going, come on, man, I don't even know what you're saying, man. The hell did you just say? You trying to be like Carly B or whoever that was that did that first? Man, that one dude that had that helicopter in the background, he was sitting there going, That just shows the mentality of these people. They're so sheepish, they'll be led astray. They'll be led right into hell, and they're going to follow. It doesn't matter what Trump would give you. I don't care if Trump would give these people $100 million. They still wouldn't be happy. I don't care if Trump would give them a brand new car, brand new grills, brand new anything. God, if Trump gave you a fat bank account, no taxes on that bank account, and he did all this stuff for you, you still would complain. Wow. See, that's the problem with the world. They're too busy complaining and being, weak individuals. And they're too busy trying to be fake that they just don't care about anybody else but themselves. They're so selfish, entitled. They're looking at the news that's out there. All you have to do is educate yourself. But you're too lazy to do that, but yet you want to say that the people are educated. We're either racist, homophobic, or Islamophobic. Yeah, I don't want Islam here because Islam is one world religion that they want to dominate the world. And it's based off of a pedophile dude named Muhammad. So actuality, those pedophiles in that religion and the Catholic Church and a bunch of other religions, that's like Scientology. It's a cult. Scientology is a big time cult. It goes along with Islam and everybody else. They're all cults. Yeah, the Bible says, study and show thyself approved, but also be aware of your enemy. You'll know them by the fruits of their spirit. Am I a perfect Christian? No, I don't try to be, because I know I'll never be perfect. But I also get on here to hopefully, entertain and educate. Because y'all need to know what's going on at your local level, your school boards, your city councils, your mayors, your governors, your law enforcement, and everything else. So actuality, you need to know what's going on. Freedom of Information Act. I have mentioned this 100,000 times, and I'll probably still keep mentioning. That's your ticket for accountability in your government. That's your ticket to know what's going on in the federal government. So actuality, if you're on these live streaming apps and you're sitting here talking and you're on here saying, oh, but the white people are so racist, that's funny because we're trying to educate you if you would listen. If you would take a moment and listen to a lot of these white people that are out here, or even to people like Officer Tatum. You know, he's not white. Good Lord. Officer Tatum, man, he's a good old boy. Do I disagree with him on a lot of things? Yeah, I disagree with him. It's like with a lot of people on here. Benny Johnson, a bunch of them. I don't agree with them 100%, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do something a little crazy to actually get people's attention sometimes. And apparently the liberals are trying that tactic right now. They're doing everything crazy to get your attention. They're trying to distract you from the truth because they don't want you to know the truth. CNN, MSNBC, and everybody else is trying to destroy America from within because they're lying to you. They're nothing but propaganda that is pushed by the CIA. And that's been proven how many times over. So actuality, if you want to sit there and debate all this stuff, go to somebody like Charlie Kirk and tell Charlie Kirk, hey, this is this and this, and see what he's got to say about it. Yeah, that boy, he's a master at his debating stuff. He's a master. Benny Johnson will debate you sometime. Hey, he'll sit down, he's more interviews and stuff like that, but even Officer Tatum, he'll debate you. See, there's so many people around this country that knows their stuff when it comes to Trump. There's so many people around this country that are willing to stand up and die for this country. See, everybody says civil war, but there ain't going to be much of a civil war because the other side is too busy trying to figure out if they're a cat or a dog or a he or a she or a they or them or whatever. There ain't going to be much of a civil war. They're going to be hiding in their closet saying, hey, you offended me. You said mean things to me. Ha! I offended you? Holy cow. Just imagine that. Huh. See, this is the thing, that those people that are being deported are people that need to be deported. Those people that are being caught up in these drug busts and everything else, they need to be caught because fentanyl and everybody else has killed, all these other drugs has killed how many people across the United States. Fentanyl is one of the most dangerous drugs there ever has been, period. Fentanyl has killed over 400,000 Americans. You're talking a drug that just a drop of it can kill how many Americans? So if you're on these live streams and you're spreading lies and all that, remember the lies will catch up with you eventually. The truth will set you free, but the lies, it'll lead you to hell. So if you're spreading lies from CNN and everything else, I think you need to wake up and start understanding exactly what's going on. You're nothing but a canary. You're in one of these sound chambers and it's coming, you're just only repeating what you heard, what somebody told you to say. When you're out there protesting Tesla, and everybody else and burning down cars that some of us wish we could afford. Perfectly good cars, you're smashing them. You're not improving it. You're not impressing us. That ain't impressing us at all. That's making us look at you like you guys are fucking idiots. Y'all need to wake up. See, I can identify as whatever I want. Apparently, according to the left-wing liberals, I can identify as an island boy. I don't live anywhere near an island, but hey, apparently I can identify as one. I'm an island boy. I'm a retired trucker just trying to make it. I'm trying to keep my Social Security. So apparently, identify, and maybe I got to go identify with the left, and sit there and get all of that money and then come back to the conservative side and say, damn, you're right, they were getting paid. So maybe that's why I ain't selling my soul to the devil. I ain't signing my name on, on no dotted line. I ain't doing that. I don't sign contracts. I don't want to be tied up. See, if you sit back and listen to what Trump has to say about a lot of things, or a lot of these people, and there's that old boy, I forget his name, but he's a big old tattooed dude that was in jail and prison. He talks about pedophiles all the time. He's a big old muscle dude. Anyways, that dude's cool. That dude's got my mentality. Hey, wood chipper. I'm telling you, you mess with children, I don't care who you are. Islam or not, Muslim, Islam, I don't care. Get rid of you. We can take care of that problem. If you're people like Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of them that's insider trading, committing crime, we got a solution for that too, called prison, called Gitmo. See, we ain't even up to the 100-day mark yet. And you see everything good coming from Trump's team, Doge, and everybody else. Thank you, Trump, for doing your job. Finally, we got a president that's doing his job. Thank you, Elon Musk, for doing his job. Thank you, Kash Patel and everybody else for doing your job. Dan Bongino and all these other people. Pam Bondi, thank you for doing your job. As for all the fake people that just want to identify as rappers and everything else, well, you know what? You got enough. I identify as a rapper, but I can't rap worth a crap. So, that's about as much rap as I get. So, anyways, y'all have fun. Identify as what you want today, I guess. I guess that's the theme of today. Y'all have fun. God bless. May you